Let's talk about influenza. This is what the virus actually looks like on electron microscopy. If it weren't so dangerous and unpredictable, it would be beautiful. It is beautiful, isn't it? There are two major types of influenza in humans, A and B. Flu accounts for 36,000 deaths every year and 200,000 hospitalizations. Many of those deaths are in healthy children less than 18 years of age. From a cost point of view, the U.S. loses $27 billion each year due to influenza. This includes medical costs and loss of wages from illness. Many animals in nature pass around flu, but birds and pigs and humans have a special history together. Every year, the CDC and World Health Organization sees which strain is coming out of the Far East and decides many months in advance what strains will be included in the year's upcoming vaccine. The reason that many new strains rear their ugly heads first in Asia is because in the countryside there, humans and animals, for example birds and pigs, live in close proximity to each other. Humans, once infected, transmit the virus by coughing and sneezing out the virus particles, transmitting the virus to one another. Flu appears like clockwork from the early fall through the late spring in the United States, each season being different in its start time. Once sick with the virus, one can just have fever, sore throat, and muscle pains. Children may have just fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. All infected people can spread the virus to an unsuspecting host one day before getting sick. While ill, adults can infect others for a week and children up to 2 weeks. And during the flu season, many more children get the disease than do adults. There are also antivirals, for example Tamiflu, that can be given to prevent flu when exposed to a known contact or to treat proven influenza within 48 hours if already ill. This is a scene from an armory in New York City in 1918 during the pandemic. A pandemic is caused by a unique virus spreading all over the world. Now, there are some common sense ways of not spreading flu. First of all, get immunized. Second, stay home from school if you're still sick. Third, wash your hands with soap and water. Fourth, avoid touching your eyes and mouth. 5. Cover your cough with your elbow. Let's talk about immunization itself for a moment. Influenza immunization is the best tool currently available for preventing illness from flu in people over 6 months of age. Immunizing pregnant women in their last trimester of pregnancy significantly reduces influenza in their babies. Now, there are two types of vaccine, a shot and the spray up the nose. The spray is more effective for kids. Traditionally, the elderly account for 90% of deaths due to flu, mostly type A. This has led to the development and use of a new higher dose flu vaccine, which may have greater effectiveness in preventing death in this group. Influenza vaccines are undergoing intense research to find a universal vaccine that will not have to be changed each year and is more effective. In the meanwhile, the clear message is get immunized every year and be kind to pigs. Finally, here is a video entitled Brittany's Story from Families Fighting Flu, an organization of parents who have lost a kid to influenza. This is must viewing. It says it all.
Brittany was just a joy. Her silliness, her sweet personality. She was so vibrant. She was athletic. She was a cheerleader since probably about the age of 5. She always just wanted to make sure that everybody around her was happy. She came down with cold-like symptoms, a cough, runny nose. You know, she felt well enough even to go to school on Tuesday. She went to school and went to gymnastics that evening. The following morning, she woke up and she said she was having trouble breathing and it hurt to breathe. After going to the urgent care, they just said, she probably has the flu. Gave her some antibiotics, drink lots of fluids, and she'll be okay. I guess it was 12 hours after that, her lung had collapsed. So when she got to the hospital, they decided that she needed to go up to a children's hospital. During the transport, she went into cardiac arrest. And after 50 minutes of CPR, they were able to bring her back, but unfortunately, they determined that she was brain dead at that point. First and foremost, go get your child vaccinated. If you don't, something like this can happen where you think it's a cold and then 24 hours later your child has passed away. You can't not get a flu vaccination.